Society for Democratic Initiative organizes a day training workshop for public information officers, ACC, to investigate Office of the First Lady. The Sierra Leone National U-17 has been eliminated from WAFU. Now let's join Megan Amaria Bangura for the news in details.
Hello and welcome to Newswatch Online TV News Hour. I am Megan Amaria Bangura. Please do not forget to subscribe to our News and Current Affairs channel. Society for Democratic Initiative has organized a day training workshop for public information officers from governments, ministries, departments and agencies, media practitioners and head of civil society organizations. Emmanuel Safar Abdullah, Director, Society for Democratic Initiative, says the purpose of the training is to raise awareness on the content of the Right to Access Information law.
The reason for this training today is to bring together government, civil society, media, and other stakeholders around the table to discuss issues that has to do with the implementation and enforcement of the Rights to Access Information Law 2003. A lot of people don't understand that it took us 10 years plus to have the Right to Access Information Law passed. In fact, many a times when civil society was pushing for the passage of the law, I could vividly recall politicians will ask us, what is your motive for trying to pass a Freedom of Information law? I used to reply, I remember one of my senior colleagues who was Attorney General and the Minister of Justice asked me, he said, what is your motive? I said, I have no motive. And the only motive I have is for Sierra Leone to have a law that embeds transparency and accountability and help in the fight against corruption. Globally, freedom of information or access to information or right to access information.
That was Emmanuel Safar Abdullah, Director, Society for Democratic Initiative, when speaking on the purpose of the training. The Deputy Minister of Information and Communication, Madam Mamadi Gobe, says failing to give access to any individual, especially journalists, is a crime to the state, adding we should promote the culture of equal access to information.
Sierra Leone passed the Right to Access Information (RAI) Act in 2013. The Act guarantees access to government information and also imposes a penalty on failure to make information available. However, Sierra Leone state institutions are still weak due to lack of transparency and accountability. Freedom of expression and access to information are cornerstones of modern democracies and a fundamental human right under international law and is also enshrined in our Constitution. Public information or records is a means of power that governments and other political institutions use to exercise control over citizens. But it is also a means of citizens' empowerment. Through access to government information or records, the media can play their watchdog role and people can access the.
Asmi Uba, the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, says journalists are to protect the state, noting with the right to access information, they can effectively play their watchdog roles.
And resources, and many times our newsrooms find it very difficult to avail to the journalists the wherewithal to embark on a groundbreaking investigative work. This method of reporting is indeed arduous, time-consuming, and is not done in haste because one has to be very careful before one goes to press, as we say in the media parlance. It is not the one who first breaks the news that matters, but the one whose news meets the professional threshold of accuracy, fairness, and balance.
Meanwhile, the chairperson for the Human Rights Commission, Patricia Ndanema, said the access to right information is part of the basic human rights as made clear by the government. Mariana Maria Bangura, Newswatch Online Television. Police Media 2 Assistant Superintendent Samuel Sayokonte has recognized that chasing after commercial bike riders within the central business districts while in motion is wrong, but however maintained that police officers are doing so because Majority of bike riders do not adhere to traffic rules.
According to police media too, continuous occurrence of accidents around the central business district in Freetown led to the measure by the police to stop all commercial bike riders from plying the CBD areas. But it seems not to be working because in many instances there have been confrontation between traffic police officers and commercial bike riders in this area. Assistant Superintendent Samuel Sayokonte speaks more on this.
Yeah, thank you very much. To start with, the Sierra Leone police are we responsible for regulate the activities of human beings when it comes to safety and security. So that fall under the ambit. In that regard, the city should be a place of quietness. When I say an administrative city or a capital city, now a place where when you go to Nairobi, you go na Accra, other countries, then you find out the city so peaceful, so quiet. But Freetown, maybe as the name implies, now make all kind, things they take place in the city, and we'll see and see beside the recklessness, the accidents, motor go don't break for you so. But if you not be careful, Okada they can bang you. So in that regard, we see unnecessary say yes, regardless of the lawlessness, but let there be some amount of caution, some amount of courtesy, respect for human beings when it comes to road traffic offense and nail. I make for the past months or years, you need to see that they happen again, because that one was very crude, was very bad, very awkward. Whatever the case may be, we tell them say they don't do that. But the point now that the Okada riders, they're so lawless that the traffic law say whenever policeman or traffic officer is in right hand up, that's now a show of stop signal, but they will not adhere. They don't want no safe. So they know say the reason being when meeting make them need to stop, them bikes they not register or license, then say safe for the ride not riders or drivers license. So for them reasons then they elect the traffic police is here up. Then they dodge, try for sneak, try for cut here make. So now they inside and they will say now waiting na the way forward. If they obey the traffic officer in right hand up sign, then put on off the way, then ask some questions, then why waiting at the reason we making the plan at the CBD, or if you get license on, but then no say them will get offenses, so then go hold them for 9 minutes, then they stop. So the only way we see and say it is wrong for letting the follow them, but let the rider themselves either then desist for letting them kind of the CBD, or when they see police AC and up, let them stop full, so that any the pylon or the passenger not go be hurt.
Kadiatu Kaba is a passenger who had been caught up in a conflict between the police and rider of a commercial motorbike she once hired. She explained her experience.
Me now one day me left na ya. I dey try for go na me post. I go join bike. Soon I don't join the bike. As soon as the Okada man move, I dey OSC they can cross me foot. Cross me foot. Now in the bike man back, me remember say na all that thing. Now in the bike man he say, son, the only back man take notice of me, but me I don't know what it be go on. So now in the bike man back he move with speed. And this bad road come on the operation. That day they not easy for me. Now so the bike man they run and they go and I say, Papa, I said they take time. I said me I come on the operation. I said this speed. He said Mama. He said then why? I said Mommy they run after. And then they be a week and they pa my and they run after them. So now I said officer there. I said Bia. I said una come behind this man. I said this man. I said if you continue for run after. I said they kill me. I said the man they kill me. I said una come behind this man. They are not good. They are still there behind me.
Marian Amaria Bangura, Newswatch Online Television.
The Assistant Public Relations Officer of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Maurice Ibrahim Kante, says ACC is to start investigation on first ladies in the country. According to him, this came as a result of several publications on social media platforms by whistleblowers. Let's go for a short break, we'll be right back. Welcome back, you're still watching.
Yes, I can confirm that today the Anti-Corruption Commission has issued out a press release informing the public that we have initiated investigations into the office of the First Lady with regards issues pertaining to publications made by certain journalists from the African Express, and also issues highlighted in the 2019 Auditor General's report that are concerning. Now, as you all know, as you can agree with me, part of the anti-corruption work is to respond to whistleblowers. We rely heavily on whistleblowing because, as you know, we cannot be everywhere. And for this particular incident or this particular issue, it is unfortunate that we are only having whistleblowing on it at this particular point in time. But that notwithstanding, as you know, the Anti-Corruption Commission has the mandate to investigate past, present, and future corruption. It just depends on where the evidence leads us. And for this particular issue, the evidence has suggested that the issue of giving monies to the office of the First Ladies did not only start today. Our preliminary investigations have been able to uncover that such practice started way over 14 years ago. And in the process, several hundreds of billions have been dished out to past and maybe even the current First Lady. So that is why our investigation is going to take us back and then before we come here now. And also part of our investigation is going to look into the aspect that has to do with the Financial Management Act. We all know that is a system set in place is a regulatory framework in how government expends money. So our investigation is also going to look into that to see what is the threshold that is being put that should be given to office of the First Lady and all of those other issues. So we want to allay the fears of Sierra Leoneans that contrary to what others have been peddling on social media and other medias, the Anti-Corruption Commission, as we have been doing with all investigations, we are going to investigate this matter and we make sure we come to a logical conclusion and come back and inform Sierra Leoneans adequately on what our findings are. And that is why if you go back down memory lane, since this current commissioner took over, you can agree with me that we have done more than one investigation that has to do with the Office of the Presidency. We have investigated the State Chief of Protocol to the President. We have investigated the Chief Minister at the Office of the President. And in all of these investigations, we have come back to Sierra Leoneans and given them a report. So this particular matter is not going to be an exception. We are going to be very thorough and make sure that we bring out the facts.
Let's go for a short break, we'll be right back.
Are you looking for a place where you will have fresh poultry eggs? Well, your worries are over. Reef Poultry Eggs is here to satisfy you. Visit us at 28 Charlotte Street, Freetown, or call 079-368959. We do wholesale, retail, and home delivery service. Reef Poultry Eggs, your place to be.
Where do you go every time I touch you?
Welcome back, you're still watching Newswatch Online TV News Hour with me, Marian Amaria Bangura. Now, 6 people have been sent to remand by Magistrate Mildred Amida Moiwa John of Court Number 1 at Crossroad in Freetown on robbery and malicious damage charges, among others. Abubakar Kamara with the details.
Accused of conspiracy, robbery, wounding, assault and malicious damage. On Monday, 1st February 2021, Yusuf Santiki Sise, Elias Bello, Abbas Bangura, Ali Sise, and 3 others appeared before Magistrate Mildred Amida Moiwa John at Court Number 1 at Ross Road in Freetown. According to the charge sheet, the accused persons on 13 September 2020 along the Old Railway Line in Waterloo robbed Member of Parliament Alhaji Musa Bemba Forejal of 37,400,075 leones. They are also accused of assaulting the MP and damaging a suitcase valued at 600,000 leones. All 6 accused were remanded and the matter was adjourned to 19th February 2021. Newswatch TV Courts Update, Abubakar Kamara.
The Sierra Leone national under-17 team has been eliminated from the ongoing West Africa Football Union Championship in Senegal. Abubakar Kamara with the details.
The Sierra Leone national under-17 team has been eliminated from the West African Football Union Championship held in Senegal. Sierra Leone under-17 lost their first game against Guinea-Bissau by 1-0, and again lost the second game to Mali by 5-0 on Sunday, 7th January 2021 at the Stade Lat Dior de Terre Stadium. The Sierra Leone national under-17 team finished last in the group comprising Guinea-Bissau and Mali with 0 points. Abubakar Kamara, Newswatch Online TV.
Well, that's all we have in today's episode of Newswatch Online TV News Hour. Please do not forget to subscribe to our News and Current Affairs channel and follow us on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts, Newswatch Online TV SL. Till next episode, I've been your presenter, Mayan Amaria Bangura.